Hello, YouTube. Welcome to this channel. This is my first video I've posted on this channel. This channel is just kind of gonna be like how-to videos on how to sound like different artists or produce like different artists. So yeah, that's basically what this channel is gonna be. But yeah, anyways, in this video I'll be showing you how to sound like GLAIVE. If you don't know who GLAIVE is, he's kind of just like a hyperpop slash glitchcore like artist. He makes some really cool music. I'll play some which are good now. And yeah, that's basically who he is. He just makes kind of glitchcore hyperpop music. Okay, I'll have two parts of this video that you can skip to whenever you want. One part is me making the beat and the other part is me doing vocals, so you can skip whenever you want. There's timestamps on the screen now, so yeah. Anyways, the first part is making the beat. Okay, for the beat, the first thing I used is a guitar sample. I got this from a like Hyperpop GLAIVE like sample pack. I'll send the link to where I found it in the description. It's actually a really nice pack. So yeah, I found this. Okay, then after you have your sample, you kind of just want to add like some synths, some saw waves behind it. So I added like this. So I went into Flex in FL Studio and found dirty mid rees, which sounds pretty good with it. And just made some simple chords that just repeat over like after a bit of the beat. And then once I did that, I basically just layered it 2 more times. And this is how it sounds. And then I chucked a few effects on there. I chucked some chorus on there. I chucked some delay. And I chucked some EQ for the first one. And the second and third one are basically the same. They just have chorus and EQ. So yeah. And then you basically just have this. Pretty good. And that's basically all you need for the melody and stuff. So then it's onto the drums. And for the drums, I've downloaded a special like Hyperpop kit. I'll send the link to where I downloaded it in the description. But this kit gives you everything you need for all Hyperpop drums. So the first thing I made is some hi-hats that just go pretty simple. They just go like this. And they just have to have lots of rolls and lots of like little brrr and stuff like that. And it'll just sound good. That's just like every Hyperpop song has those. So yeah, once you have the hi-hat, I added like a second hi-hat just to give it some like air, you know, just give it some extra things. Then I added a kick and a hat and a clap. So for the kick and the clap, I layered quite a few kicks from that kit, the kit that I'm showing you. For the kick, I think I used the absurd kick, which is like a really, really loud punchy kick. And yeah, and I used a bit crush kick. And then together it sounds like that. And then for the claps on the snares, I think I used a bracket snare. Like yeah, this one. I used this snare. And then I used this one. And then all together, that sounds like this. Which just sounds really like Hyperpop vibe. And together those, like the kick and the clap sounds like this. And then once I added that, I added some perks. So perks are just like kind of background kind of noises. And then in this kit, it has a bunch of really nice ones that you can just use. And you put those in places where you think sounds good. So I added some vinyl in the background for one of the perks. Yeah, those are my perks. And then I added an 808, so yeah, I used the fuzzy 808, which sounds really nice in this. So then for the 808s here, because this 808 is super long, what I did is I did the 808, and then to cut off the 808, I made a note and turned off all the velocity on it, so it cuts each time. And together with all of the drums, it sounds like this. Which sounds really good in my opinion. And then all together with the melody and everything together and the drums, it just sounds like this. So yeah, that's basically everything you had for the beat. So now all you really got to do is just to arrange it a bit. I added some bass swooshes, which sounds pretty good in the final mix, and just gives it some effects and stuff. And then also I made a high band frequency on one part of the song, so it just sounds a bit better. So yeah, and just arrange a beat how you want. And now we're on to the vocals. So for the vocals, I don't know, I just tried doing some hyperpop things. I don't really get the lyrics I said, but all you basically got to do for effects is there's a bunch of different layers you got to use. So this is the first layer I used.
I just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. Wait till I know.
Oh yeah, also for each hyperpop song, they always have these like little like brrr, like rolls at the beginning. So all you gotta do to make those is just cut the beginning of a bit of a song and just drag them and duplicate them a bunch. And it just sounds like hyperpop-y.
I just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. Wait till I know. Fucking with.
Okay, and then for the effects for the first track of the vocals, you just want to add auto-tune, but you want to, for your auto-tune that you have, you just want to turn the speed and the retune speed up to like as high as it can, so it sounds, you want it to sound like the most like a robot, then it will sound the best. So once you've done that, I added a compressor, so just any old compressor will probably do, and then I added some OTT and turned up the out gain and the in gain, turned down the depth a bit and the time. So also with the auto tune, I changed the format shift to +403, just so it sounds a bit like higher, you know, because like my normal vocals just sound a bit too plain.
Wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. Wait till.
So I turned it up like a +4, just so it sounded more like a robot, you know.
Just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right.
And then you just want to add this kind of EQ, so you want to cut out most of the lows, add some highs and add some mids. So now that you've got the first layer of the track, for the second layer, what you want to do is you want to pan it a bit to the left, and then in your auto tune you want to kind of just set the notes and just harmonize them to the original notes. So for what I did is I cut out all the, because my scale is in B major, I cut out some of the low like notes of the scale and just kept the high notes on the auto tune. So it just sounds kind of weird, but it sounds good in the mix.
Just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. Wait till I know. Fucking with this, I know.
So yeah, that's basically what you did, and then the effects are basically just the same, the compressor and stuff. And then for the next track I did is the exact same thing, pan to the right, but instead of having all the high notes of the scale, I added all the low notes, so it just sounds kind of different. And then all the effects are the same. And then for the final layer, I just added a reverb layer just to like air it out a bit and make it sound a bit cooler. So all the effects the same, apart from that I turned the reverb, the wet to like the max and the dry like all the way down. And then with all those layers together, this is how it sounds.
Just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. Wait till I know. Fucking with this, I know. Let's go.
And that's basically it for all the vocals. So then you just have to find good lyrics, write some things, and that's basically it. Also for the verse I did is I didn't do so many layers for the verse. I just layered the first thing and turned the pitch down and turned the volume down for the second layer. So it just sounds less. So yeah, that is basically it for all the vocals you need. So once you have those, it should sound kind of like robot-y, but that's what you want.
I just wanna feel right, I don't wanna do right. wait till I.
Yeah, so basically that's how to make a glaive type hyperpop song-ish. Also, the beat for this song is going to be on my Beat YouTube channel. It'll be linked in the description. So yeah, let's listen to the final song we made.
LTJ made this one.
Yeah, yeah,